Alrighty. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be an interesting video, I hope. I've got a confession. About a year ago, I picked up the native watercraft Titan X 12.5 from Kayak City and really had the idea, the hopes that I'd be using that in conjunction with the Titan X 10.5, kind of like an even split. Taking the 10.5 more to smaller waters, maybe the Delta, stuff where you wouldn't need as much stuff, so to speak. Then having the 12.5 completely outfitted, rigged to the max, motors, graphs, everything, obviously, because it's much bigger. But just to be honest with you, I think since we picked it up about a year ago, I can't even count on one hand how many times I've taken the Titan X 12.5 out on the water. And it's really not hard to explain why. It's just a little bit too much of a process to conveniently get the 12.5 out on the water. I mean, you guys saw it this morning. We have to do a lot of the same stuff as we would for the 10.5, but adding some more steps. You know, it's a long boat, so I do have to add the bed extender to the truck. Got to get all the gear inside the truck. Then I've got to lift the kayak, which is not the lightest of kayaks, into the bed of the truck, push it on up there, strap her down, then drive all the way to the water. And once I get to the water, I actually have to take it out of the bed of the truck, take the bed extender out, put on the dynamic dolly, put the kayak onto the dynamic dolly, and then I can launch it into the water. Oh, and by the way, still outfitting a completely bare bones kayak. So it really just is a lot of extra steps, a lot of extra time in the long run, and taking the 12.5 out. And I really just settled with my 10.5 all of last year, which worked. I mean, the idea behind having a bigger, larger kayak like the 12.5 is so you can outfit it to the max. You don't have to skimp on anything as far as gear, accessories, graphs, etc. But we made it work with the 10.5 all of last year, and obviously that's the main kayak I fished out of, but kind of felt a little like, you know, when you go to a summer picnic or summer barbecue, something like that, and there's a big table of food, all the different foods there, and you got the little styrofoam plate, and you don't want to make two trips, so you go up there, you fill your plate up, and it's just like way too much, you know, food spilling over the sides. It's almost like top heavy. It's just way too much food for that little plate. Well, in a way, in a sense, I kind of felt like I did that to the Titan X 10.5, shoving everything I possibly could in that particular kayak to make it work, which it actually did, which was the nice thing. But I think more appropriately, and the initial thought was having all that stuff, a fully loaded kayak, and the 12.5 would just make more sense. And obviously now, as I'm admitting this, it just wasn't feasible to get that out on the water on a consistent basis, given all the steps, the process that you had to go through to essentially get it out on the water. So now that I've tried to at least justify myself a little bit, I'm going to tell you guys exactly what today's about. Today, 2025, I think just about my 12th year of kayak fishing, I've officially bit the bullet and I have decided to get a kayak trailer. Yes, a kayak trailer, something that I didn't think I'd be getting, at least now. I thought maybe it'd take a few more years, be a little older, get a little more sore after a day of fishing or even before fishing to get a trailer for a specific kayak. But I think right now it just makes a lot of sense, especially in the fact that I love and really want to take out the Titan X 12.5 a lot more. So I believe this trailer is very appropriate for me right now, very appropriate for this particular kayak, which of course you saw me load up this morning. It's in the bed of the truck, but it will essentially live on this trailer. I'll have its home. So that ultimately is the reason why we're going. I think that's our kayak trailer delivery guy or maker. By the way, I should mention that we're meeting here in Stockton. It's about 8:30 in the morning. We're going to Romels workshop where the trailers I should say will be shipped. I think they're actually arriving shortly, and we've got the owner of this kayak trailer company who actually flew in from Texas yesterday to give us a full walkthrough, details, go over the entire deal of this kayak trailer. And I'll just say this, even though I'm not well versed in trailers in general, especially kayak trailers, after doing a little bit of research, this is a little bit more than your standard kayak trailer. Yeah, other than that, we're here. Just pulled over to talk to you guys. I've got another 30 seconds of driving to get up to Romels workshop. And of course, after we get this trailer all situated, get the rundown on it, we're going fishing, right? I mean, that's the whole point of it. Making life easier to get out on the water. So yeah, most likely this afternoon, we're gonna go dip this kayak on a trailer into the Delta. Oh, Delta. I don't know how it's gonna treat us, but it will be cool to actually get used to driving this kayak on a trailer, practice backing it into the water, taking it out, and of course doing some fishing. That all said, let's not let the guys wait any longer. Let's drive right on up here. Let's see what this trailer's all about.
What's up, man?
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I honked at you
while ago.
I saw you. Nick, good to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you. How are you?
I'm excited.
Perfect.
This is the man, the myth, the legend here. Nick from Fish Texas Kayak
Yes, sir.
Trailers? All
yeah,
right.
yeah. It's just Fish TX, Fish Texas. We can't figure out the name yet, so we're still trying to figure that
I like
out.
it.
But
You just
yeah.
flew in yesterday, right?
Yeah, yesterday, probably about 1 o'clock. We had some snafus with Hurt.
Oh, you got the rental.
That's not a rental.
Oh, no.
That's Alicia's uncle. It's like his farm truck for cattle and stuff like that. And
Nice.
Pretty fantastic. Smells amazing.
Good, man. So you're here, though. We're here.
Yeah, I texted Romel. He said he's going to come outside in a minute. So.
Oh, boy. Yeah, we're here at the Wizard's Workshop. I was just explaining to the folks, this guy right here, it's a big kayak.
It is a huge kayak.
Yeah, I struggled to put it on the bed this morning. Bare bones, too. By myself, but that's why you're here, right? You're going to help me fix that.
In the next 30 minutes, we're going to have you fix that. We won't have no more problems.
Well, this is exciting. Like I said, guys, big moment for me. I said 12 years. It took me 12 years to finally bite the bullet and get a kayak trailer. But this one needs it. This boat needs a trailer. It's just too big. I mean, you can make it work, but I think if you're gonna do it, you know, it's due diligence and outfit it correctly. It's gotta have a home. It's gotta live on a trailer.
I think once you get used to the trailer, you're gonna feel that way about all your kayaks. I don't think it's just gonna be just the big ones. I think you're gonna want to use it for everything that you got. Once you get spoiled with something like that, you know, easy to use, and you'll just leave it attached to your truck all the time. You won't want to unplug it. So,
dude, like everything, fishing wise, everything is to make life easier, right?
Yep.
Things to make getting out on the water easier, and that should do it. That should do it. I mean, I should literally be able to wake up, get the coffee, hook it up to the truck, just take off.
Just drive away is all you gotta do. Yeah.
That's a dream. I don't know if you've seen my process before. I'd make about 10 different trips from my garage to my truck, just loading up all the, you know, the knickknacks.
I've seen all the YouTube videos. You spend a lot of time in and out of the water trying to get ready and trying to get going or whatever.
I know. I do a little too much.
Yeah.
All right, there he is. There's the other man of the hour.
What up?
What's up, dude?
Gentlemen, good morning.
How you doing?
How are you?
Long time no see.
Long time no see, sir.
Yeah, I'm always here when I get like a new toy.
Oh, dude, always.
We got toys. You got a toy too coming, right?
I do. Blessed to have Nick with us today.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Nick, are you used to just someone showing up with a camera, just throwing it in your face? No?
I think it's like the third time.
Oh, okay.
The first time was like super crazy, and then the Iconelli one.
Yeah, Romel is used to this.
Over the years, got used to it over the years.
It takes time.
Alrighty, folks, we are just about done with everything. I mean, a little fine tuning here and there. These are nicely lined up. Let's get a little drone stuff, some photos. Man, this looks good. All things considered, though it's all Fish Texas kayak trailers, little diversity amongst all three, but here's mine, and we're gonna go through all three of them. But Romel, handy cameraman, thank you. He knows the drill. All right, so we got Nick here. Let's start back.
Yeah, we can start with Romels. It was built, I don't know, like 18 months ago. It was the very first trailer for Romel. It's a great trailer, and here in a few you'll get to see his latest and greatest, which is basically the same model except for we added the walking deck down to one side.
You got the rod too?
Yep, it has a canopy that folds out too. Obviously has the branding XTR on it. The color combos are pretty sick.
Would you say that you need the trailer for this boat, Romel?
I would say yes, 100%.
It's kind of
it's a beast. Definitely trailer worthy.
You've had this for a while, right?
I've had this for 18 months, yeah, and it's been an awesome trailer. So excited about the new ones for sure.
All right, so that's the older one, but me and Romel, we've got the new ones that just shipped in literally like a couple hours ago. So this is mine. My first kayak trailer. Went big, didn't go home. We went all out for this. Just kind of looking at it, initial thoughts. Dude, this thing is like premium stuff. I mean, way over the top, which is good, which is what we want. If you're gonna do something, you gotta do it right. We can start right here. We've got the Titan X 12.5 on this guy. This is a trailering kayak. You're not gonna be lifting this into the bed, so in your opinion, this is the right fit, right?
As heavy as that thing is, you gotta have a trailer. The customers that we talk to, every one of them says the same thing. I bought a kayak, then I bought this, then I bought the batteries, then I bought the trolling motor, then I got my gear, and I got all this, and I got all that. It basically becomes a miniature boat, kayak thing, or whatever, but trailer is necessary.
Yeah. This is specific or somewhat specific to like a 12.5-foot kayak.
Yep.
Mine fits perfectly. I mean, I don't know if you can see that, dude. Like the bunks right here. Perfect distance as far as getting the kayak onto the trailer. So in theory, what we're gonna do is we're gonna be able to just back this down into the water, throw it in the water, and then when we get off the water, we can go right up under the bunks.
Yeah, power loaded. Yep.
Power loaded. Lights, Fish Texas, the logo right here. Dude, look at the wheels.
Yeah, because with the stainless steel bearing buddies, zinc plated hardware, galvanized hardware, trying to keep it to be there's no rust issues. Like the light up here, reverse light. So when Greg puts it in reverse, that thing will shine the way behind you.
Genius.
Yep. Underneath at the bottom, there's blue lights under here. So when he backs up, the minute that blue light touches the water, he can see it in his rearview mirror that his trailer is in the water, especially if it's pitch black dark, early in the morning, late at night, you can physically see it.
Yeah, that's a great feature. This was something I didn't expect. I knew I was getting boxes, but we got the big box up there and then we got this box.
Yeah, that's the Rome 66 liter. I mean, they're fantastic. They got a ton of weight. You can stand on them. They're modular. So when you open it up, it's super simple stuff. I mean, it's got the great shocks. Everything's fantastic on it. I mean, they also make nets and racks and stuff that go inside here. You can see the little inserts there for your threads to add extra accessories. The greatest thing is it's removable. You pop those two off, it comes off. And as well, there's a rack under here. If you don't want it, you take those two bolts out, the whole rack comes out. If you don't want it at all, it's just modular. That's what we try to do. Give somebody like a cool little modular feature that comes off, removable, anything that you need. So
we were thinking a cooler maybe for this in the summertime.
It absolutely doubles as a cooler.
I mean, it's got a bottle opener on that side.
Oh yeah, look at that bottle opener.
Yeah,
like
it's got some cold beverages in there.
Yeah. All right,
very good.
I think the fellows will enjoy this one. You know what? Before we go to the front, let's go to the other side because I think this is maybe one of the coolest features about this particular trailer that I really haven't seen on other like kayak trailers. So like a little walking platform. I mean, I think this is pretty self-explanatory, but keep your feet dry when you're getting on the water or getting off the water. Instead of tiptoeing around doing a balance act, just like this. All right, that's it.
That's it.
That's the idea.
Piece of cake. You can get into your kayak at 70% of it. So if you wanted to get to the back because you got a motor thing going on, you're already in the water, you just walk back there and reach over and fix whatever you got to fix. You don't have to pull all the way back out of the water, you know, so you don't want to get wet or whatever. It's all right there.
For you, like a lot of these ideas, I mean, you've been doing this for a while, but like all these ideas basically stem from feedback, right?
Yep.
Everyone like kind of said, I wish I had this, I wish I had that. This was good, this was bad. And you kind of shape this into like a final product.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. When I talk to customers when they're getting ready to purchase the trailer, we'll talk for 45 minutes to an hour. We'll just talk about all the ins and outs of what they want, need, and so I just usually take those ideas. You have to listen to what the people say, the customers say, because that's what's most important. It's got to be efficient for everyone. So.
Speaking of efficient, built-in straps. Those are pretty cool.
Yeah, those are the actual, it's Cargo Buckle brand, but they make one that's called Boat Buckle because the handle's gray, and that's the only reason I got it, because this trailer's gray. It matches. They also have another one's got an orange handle, but I put the gray ones on there because they're nice. They match.
So simple as that. Yeah, I was thinking when I was going to get this, I'd have to do my like straps and do all the stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, one in the stern and one in the bow.
Good.
Keeps it nice and secure. And then another great thing is when you ratchet it, if you get too tight, you just pull the trigger and it releases the pressure. If you just want to leave it parked in your garage, you just leave this. You don't have to keep going back and forth. You can just leave it sitting there. There's no pressure on it. And then when you get ready to leave, you just walk up and tighten them up.
Man,
done and done.
Super simple, super efficient. Front. So we got another strap here. This thing's cool. I like this. A giant box. Why? Because we got a lot of stuff on our kayaks. Now, the nice thing about the trailer and the idea is that basically this kayak will be pretty much loaded up as how I want it on the water when I get to the water. So this probably will be like the motor. I'll take the motor off. You know, if I'm going over somewhere, nighttime, staying somewhere, I might throw the graphs in here, lock it up. Extra tackle, PFD, you know, just those miscellaneous items that, as you guys saw this morning when I was loading up in the garage, I'm making trip after trip after trip from the truck to the garage. But having everything right here, ready to go, that'll be super slick.
Yeah, the switch on the outside's for all your lights. So the blue lights we talked about, there's a switch for the blue lights, there's a switch for a light inside the box, 12-volt chargers, all kinds of stuff, man, little goodies. And then on the inside is just a positive and a negative lead if you wanted to hook a battery up to it. So let's just say your trailer's not hooked up. You can still have a battery inside there and still have lights on your trailer. So
take a look inside. Nick just mentioned all the lights. Light up bar in here. those low light mornings or in the evening. Lots of space in here.
It's where you put the extra Sierra Nevada.
Yeah, those long weekends. They make this the cooler.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's killer. This is one of the things I request is a box to put all the other items in, and this will be perfect.
Yeah, I can get an XI3 and an NK300 in that box all together. Life vests, tackle boxes. I can get a bunch of stuff in that box. It's huge. It's big looking and it looks all giant, gaudy, and crazy looking, but man, it holds a ton of stuff.
All right, so now we got the tongue area. What is this called exactly?
Just the tongue jack, and then you got your fold-away tongue. So the fold-away tongues to get you in your garage. These fold-away tongues are nicer. They got the big 8-inch wheel. It moves a lot easier than the little 2-inch or the 4-inch wheel. Like you can get it around a whole lot simpler.
I'm pretty stoked about this. I'm excited I can actually use my Titan X 12.5. That's the biggest part about this. I can actually use a kayak. But we got one more trailer, Romels trailer. I'll take the camera. You guys can talk about this. And this one's a size up from mine, but probably applicable to a lot of folks out there.
Yeah, well, we took what we learned from the last one. I actually love the older trailer, but we went with a lefty. The base is similar to Greg's. It's pretty much the same. The kayak is orientated to the left, so we have a standing platform on the right.
That's killer.
It's gonna be killer.
Oh, one thing I forgot to start to interrupt. One thing that's important, that's cool. The bunks are adjustable.
Adjustable, yeah. Fully adjustable bunks. So different types of boats go like wider, narrower. Just depends on how your kayak hull is.
That's smart.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much setup is the same. At base, I just have this upper rack here. So I have the Yakima box with my rods in it, and then I have reverse light, same as Greg. I have the Rome. I think this is
the 95 liter, so it's a little bit wider.
Yeah.
Same height, just in width. It's more open.
Right.
So you got a bigger cooler.
Right. So this will be for my motor, my NK300. I didn't want a big old box like Greg's. I like to carry less stuff on the trailer and more stuff in the back of the truck. This is specifically for my motor. This is also removable, just like Greg's is. We have the cargo buckles as well. And then I have a tongue box, which is considerably smaller than Greg's, but it's not for me. But in this tongue box, I requested something special. So I have a rinse kit in this box. So after a scummy day on the Delta, I can rinse down my kayak. I have a little extension here for my cord, and this is all powered and hooked up, and it has its own battery in here, and I can actually hook this up, a battery in here, and it'll charge the unit. So this just allows me to rinse, and this comes in now with the golden muscle stuff. So it's like rinse it down, and you're good to go. This also has lights inside, and I have a switch panel on the front to control everything.
Yeah, Romel's biggest request was, Nick, do not put a box on the deck of my trailer.
Oh, I can see that.
And so what I did was I built him a box that went on the tongue of the trailer, so it doesn't get in the way of Romel's walking platform.
Because I like the full front walking platform here.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that on my other trailer, and I wanted to make sure to keep that functionality there. I mean, that's pretty much the gist of it. We went over most of the stuff that pertains to Greg's, pertains to mine, but obviously color. We went with a color change powder coat. So it's actually a 3-layer process, I believe. So there's actually a chrome powder coat layer underneath, and then the top coat. So you can tell in some lights it's bronze, some lights it's copper. It's got some green in it. Kind of looks purple sometimes. I like things to stand out. I wanted a color that was going to be like no others. And then we also went an extra step, and we got powder coated gold wheels to match the trailer in certain lights.
My goodness. Come on now. Come on now. Yeah, I think the biggest thing with these, man, like, and we talked about, these are just like well thought out. They just make sense. Everything makes sense on these trailers. You've, again, had the experience of making, I don't know how many you've made in your lifetime, but I'm assuming it's a lot.
A lot so far, and it was getting better and better thanks to everybody that's watching this right now. So.
Yeah, absolutely. So where can they find, if people are interested in a Fish Texas trailer, kayak trailer, where can they find you?
Yeah, just fish-tx.com, or they can check us out on Instagram, or they can just call me. There's a phone number on all of our sources of websites or social media. Just give me a call, shoot me a text, whatever you want. I'm more free to text whenever I can, but communication's key. So y'all just holler at me, man. We can get you taken care of.
Awesome. Well, yeah, that's awesome, guys. I'll link all this stuff in the description, but we got one more thing to do, right?
We gotta get Nick on some California Delta bass right now.
That's a tall task at this time of year, but we're gonna try. So, you guys ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
Never know.
The water, the flare is not bad.
No. Yeah, it's not bad at all. Oh, I forgot it's super shallow right here. Oh, that's awesome.
Unless we try this left side, this trough over here first.
Yeah. A little more protected maybe.
I think we'll be a little less wind there.
I've never caught a frogfish this time of year, but I brought the frog.
Might be that time.
Looks like if there's one shallow.
Yeah, we'll take it.
Oh man. There's actually some duckweed though. Way up in there. Oh, I forget how stable this is. God. That would be insane. Dude, they say people catch them on frogs in January. I don't know where, but... I think if any one of us gets a bite, not even catches a fish today, gets a bite, that would be a huge win. You know the Delta can be a little finicky in the winter, or a lot finicky. You know, I don't know what they're doing. I don't think they're actually feeding. I think they're actually mating. Yeesh. What's up, man?
Yo, what's up? Which way did you go?
I went down Empire Cup, but I'm gonna turn around quick and come back.
I see you right there. How's the wind right there?
It's okay. It's not bad. It's gusty every so often, but it's not bad.
Yeah, I think that's slough because the wind's blowing. You know, I'm gonna head over to you, just fish that slough right there.
Okay, look out. There's two sea lions mating in the middle of the channel.
Nice.
They're small though. They're tiny.
That's pretty good, hilarious.
Yeah, they're small.
Yeah, I see you right there. Yeah, because it's pretty gusty through here. I think that slough will cover us from the wind a little bit.
All right, are you near Nick?
Yeah, yeah, I'm coming.
Okay, yeah. It's a little better over here for sure.
Yeah, bye.
All right, later. Yeah, poor Nick, coming all the way from Texas. Timing wise, maybe not the best time to fish the Delta, experience all its glory. Just to get out here, I think is pretty cool. Or maybe it's not. I don't know. Well, is this what you imagined when you thought of the California Delta? Probably thinking like grass, frogs, punching.
Yeah.
A little different in the wintertime. Oh, you had one?
He's got a hook in his mouth. I guess he was fixing this rod, and so I went to set a hook right there by the docks that we were at, and I caught one, caught it, and the whole thing backlashed inside the
Dang, that's pretty good, getting bites.
Those docks,
Yeah, we fish our way back.
yeah,
Yeah, let's do it.
just to get out of this shit.
I know. Yeah, there's definitely fish by the marina. So we're gonna head back towards the docks. Fish the marina. It's brutal. There's nowhere to get protected.
We got wide view.
I think. I don't know. I just guess.
Yeah, it's
I was like, yeah, it looks good.
I can't even.
You're in there,
my big
dude.
head's
You're
not
in there, dude. Here, let me double check one more time.
Greg's a pro, man. He knows. He's a GoPro pro.
Yeah.
GoPro pro.
Oh, you're in there. You got like space on your left, bro.
Okay, cool.
It's not in the frame. The small screen doesn't.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
okay.
small frame doesn't just here.
All right, gentlemen. That's it.
That's it.
Successful day. Cheers.
Yeah, man.
Cheers.
First off, I gotta say, the Yongs Tavern Korean ribs.
Oh, dude, fire. Like, if you drive by it and you're questioning whether or not it's legit, it's legit.
Just go eat there.
This is kind of like what you said. You like a little hole in the wall type dive bar.
Yeah,
thing?
we found a place
it.
that's got delicious food and hole in the wall, so
Yeah.
we're good to go.
Very good. We're the only ones here, but it is very good. And no, successful day. I was just telling these guys, for me personally, the best part of the day was getting off the water and not having to lift the kayak up into the bed of my truck. If you don't know, you don't know. But if you do know, you know exactly what I'm talking about. End of the day, even though we were out there for probably like 33 minutes,
Yeah.
not much at all.
No.
Man, the convenience, that's what it's all about. The convenience of actually having a trailer, putting it right on the trailer, driving off, just simple as that, and not having to load it into the truck. Oh man, I think my back is definitely going to be thanking you for that. in the
Yeah,
years to
when you
come.
go home and you still have energy, not wore out from your 175-pound pull-ups you do all the way home.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. Romel, how'd your trailer perform?
Dude, flawless as expected.
Gold wheels?
Oh
Good?
god, dude, on that trailer, gold wheels with the colors coming through, just absolutely amazing. But as far as functionality goes, exactly what I expected. Knocked it out of the park. I've gotten so used to it, and I was not a trailer guy. Like, I was put it in the back of the truck, but with all these kayaks nowadays and me getting older, like Greg said, just the convenience, getting on and off the water is just absolutely key.
That's the truth, man. That's exactly what I said at the beginning of the video. It took me 12 years to finally get a trailer. But I think it's an appropriate time to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, the way the kayaks are, especially, I mean, again, it's not a bad thing the kayaks are big. It's just they're big, they're heavy. And if you want to properly use them and not destroy your body, especially like places where, you know, in California, we've got ramps that are
Freaking miles long.
oh,
almost.
dude, they're so long depending on the water level. I mean, it's just not a practical way to get your boat on the water. So no, I think this is going to be exciting. I'm definitely looking forward to having that Titan X 12.5. Finally get some time on the water.
Finally.
It's got a little.
Finally.
We found earlier. I'll overlay this image, but we found a bait fish.
Yeah.
That must be. It's been there for a minute.
It's
Yeah.
a year old.
Yeah, it's been on that kayak for a while.
It was petrified.
Yeah.
It was definitely petrified. So it'll be nice to actually use the 12.5. Gotta say this, Delta, this time of year, maybe not the best time to go take anyone fishing out there. But you got a bite.
I got a bite. I did.
Couple
but
bites.
no fish.
But you got bit.
Yep.
That's
You
a
can
real-
blame it on my my lack of preparation. on
That's
the-
cool,
on the
dude.
rod.
We don't call it catching. We call it fishing. So
How many bites did you get?
two.
2 bites.
Yep, 2 bites. One of them, the drag wasn't even set. So when I set the hook, it's bird nest the drag, and then the second time I set the hook, I broke off.
Yeah,
So-
they're bites though. That's
Soup sandwich, dude.
Yeah,
That's
soup
that's
sandwich.
that's what
Soup
happened
sandwich.
today. Soup sandwich.
We'll have to have Nick back when it's a little warmer out. Delta's a little more popping. Maybe a return in the summer or the fall for
Yeah.
the Delta.
I'll return the minute y'all say come to California.
All right,
After
okay.
March.
After March.
After March.
Got it.
Well, let's be real here. You live in Texas, so
Yeah.
there's not much reason to go venture too far.
I've been trying to tell you to come to Texas. Come to Texas, I'll take you fishing.
I
but
want to come to Texas. My Texas return is due.
It's due,
Yep.
yeah, right.
It's been what's it been? 5-6 years?
March is a really good time to come back to Texas. I'm just saying. And
Maybe-
Romel will be in Texas
Yeah,
in March.
I got plans. We got plans to do so.
Return Texas
Let's go.
2025.
I think we need to return to Cat.
Oh yeah.
We just need to do a trip.
I think we just, yeah, right. I think
trip.
it'd be awesome.
Well, guys, this was fun. Nick, thank you very much.
You're
man.
welcome, man.
Appreciate
Thank you.
this. This is
Yep,
amazing.
yep.
This trailer is above and beyond anything I've personally seen as far as a kayak trailer goes. So
Yep.
very excited to use this
Yep.
this year. But anything else, guys? We good?
Nah, I'm good to go, man.
Close her out.
Excited.
Yongs
It was an
Tavern.
Awesome day. Yongs Tavern.
Harry?
Korean
Short
barbecue.
ribs,
Short
first
ribs.
time
Drive by.
ever.
Don't
Yeah.
doubt it.
Don't doubt it.
It's fire.
Cheers, guys.